Behind the polished image and the angelic voice lies a question that has been haunting the music industry for 5 years. How is the world's most viewed independent singer still technically homeless in the corporate world? Reporting live from the digital frontlines, we're looking at a phenomenon that defies every rule in the music business handbook. Lucy Thomas has spent the last year shattering records, yet as of Christmas 2025, she remains a total anomaly. While her peers are signing away their masters to massive conglomerates for short-term fame, Lucy has chosen a path of radical independence that many insiders initially called a career-ending move. But as we look at the data today, it's clear that the industry didn't ignore Lucy. Lucy may have outgrown the industry before they even knew how to market her. There have been persistent whispers about closed-door meetings with the big three labels, Sony, Universal, and Warner, and rumors of multi-million-dollar contracts that were reportedly left unsigned on the table. Why would a young artist walk away from the traditional dream of a major label deal? The speculation suggests that Lucy and her team at Cavendish Records realized something the corporate giants haven't, that in 2025, a direct connection to a million-strong, loyalist fanbase is worth more than any radio promotion or billboard in Times Square. This isn't just a success story. It's an act of defiance against a system that usually swallows young talent whole. By keeping her circle small and her production tight, she's avoided the manufactured trap that has claimed so many other child stars, and the result is a career that looks more like a legacy and less like a trend. But as we head into the holiday season, a new document has surfaced that suggests her independent streak might be facing its greatest test yet. Most creators celebrate 1 million subscribers with a plaque, but for Lucy Thomas, that 7-figure milestone in January 2025 was the ultimate bargaining chip in a high-stakes game of industry chess. Crossing the 1 million subscriber mark wasn't just a vanity metric for the 21-year-old soprano. It was a total shift in the balance of power. For years, critics dismissed her as a YouTube singer, a label that often carries a ceiling of limited respect in the highbrow world of musical theater. However, when the clock struck midnight on January 1, 2025, and those numbers ticked over, the narrative changed instantly. We've seen leaked internal memos from talent agencies suggesting that this was the moment Lucy became untouchable by standard industry terms. She no longer needed to audition. The world was her stage. This massive digital footprint allowed her to bypass the traditional gatekeepers of the West End and Broadway. Think about the gravity of that. She achieved more reach from a home studio in Lancashire than most major labels achieve with a 20-person marketing team. This growth triggered a wave of industry jealousy, with some claiming her rise was too perfect, too clean. Rumors began to circulate about botting or algorithm manipulation, but the ticket sales for her 2025 live appearances told a different story. These were real people, traveling across oceans just to hear her hit a single note. The 1 million subscriber milestone was the final piece of evidence that the middleman in the music industry is becoming obsolete. But as she stood on the precipice of global stardom, a shocking announcement regarding her holiday schedule sent shockwaves through her community, making many wonder if she was pushing her voice to a breaking point. On the surface, it's just a classic holiday cover, but the 2025 release of White Christmas was actually a calculated Trojan horse designed to conquer a market she had never touched before. In the high-stakes world of entertainment reporting, we look for the pivot, the moment an artist stops playing it safe. For Lucy Thomas, that pivot was her 2025 Christmas strategy. For years, she was known for her soaring, dramatic ballads, but this year, she moved into the live experience territory with a global livestream that fundamentally changed her business model. The release of White Christmas wasn't just about the song. It was the lead-in to a December 16th livestream event that reportedly generated more revenue in 90 minutes than many artists make in a year of streaming. Insiders are calling this the Thomas Blueprint. instead of a grueling 50-city tour that would risk her vocal health, a concern that has been whispered about in fan forums recently. She brought the entire world to her. This digital residency model is something major stars like Adele have toyed with, but Lucy perfected it for the Gen Z era. However, this success hasn't come without controversy. Some traditionalists in the theater world have criticized this screen-first approach, claiming it robbing the fans of a true physical connection. There were even unconfirmed reports of a technical glitch during the early rehearsals that almost caused the entire event to be scrapped, leading to a frantic 48-hour period where her career's biggest gamble hung by a thread. The pressure of being the sole breadwinner for an independent label started to show, and for the first time, we saw cracks in the perfect facade. Yet, what happened next during the live broadcast would silence every critic in the room. You'd think a West End debut would be a dream come true, but behind the scenes of the musical Rosie, a creative war was brewing that threatened to shut down the production before opening night. Our investigation into Lucy's 2025 season took us to the Theatre Royal Drury Lane, where she took on the titular role in the new musical Rosie. While the public saw standing ovations and glowing 5-star reviews, the backstage chatter told a much more volatile story. Sources close to the production suggest that there were major clashes between the traditional theater directors and Lucy's independent production team. The issue: Lucy's refusal to change her unique vocal style to fit the standard Broadway mold. There were rumors that a high-ranking director threatened to walk off the set if Lucy didn't fall in line, creating a tense environment that lasted throughout the fall of 2025. This was Lucy's first real taste of the old guard trying to clip her wings. The stakes were astronomical. If Rosie failed, Lucy's transition into acting would be viewed as a vanity project. This is a recurring theme in her career, the battle between her organic talent and the industry's desire to format her. Speculation ran wild on social media, with fans using hashtags to protect Lucy from corporate interference. It was a classic David versus Goliath scenario played out on the world's most famous stages. The song that changed her career, in this context, wasn't just a Christmas tune. It was her vocal performance in the show's finale, which reportedly was so powerful it forced the directors to concede to her vision. She didn't just survive the West End. She conquered it on her own terms, but the emotional toll of that war has led to questions about how much longer she can sustain this level of intensity. Everyone loves an underdog, but being the world's most successful independent singer comes with a hidden cost that almost led to a total media blackout for Lucy Thomas in late 2025. As we look at the financial and emotional landscape of Lucy's career, we have to talk about the isolation of independence. Being unsigned means you don't have the protection of a massive PR firm when things go wrong. In late 2025, a series of unauthorized leaks of her private demo tapes surfaced online, and without a major label's legal team to scrub the internet, Lucy was forced to handle the crisis herself. This moment exposed the vulnerability of her indie status. While her producer Chris Broom has been a foundational pillar of her success, the sheer scale of the Lucy Thomas brand, in 2025, has become so large that some wonder if a small team can still manage the weight. There's a dark side to this level of fame: the constant speculation about her personal life, her health, and her future. Rumors surfaced in October that she was suffering from vocal fatigue and was considering a permanent hiatus from the stage. While her team officially denied these reports, the intensity of her 2025 schedule, from the West End to the Christmas livestream, makes the burnout theory hard to ignore. She is carrying the entire weight of Cavendish records on her shoulders. Every time she steps up to the microphone, it's not just a performance, it's a business report for her investors and fans. This pressure is the song that changed her career in a literal sense. It forced her to grow up faster than any other artist in her generation. The question now isn't whether she can sing, but whether she can survive the machine she built herself. If you thought 2025 was big, a secret document leaked from a European tour promoter, suggests that Lucy Thomas is about to make a move that will make her 1.5 billion views look like a warm-up. We are closing our report with a look into the immediate future. Our sources have obtained a draft of the 2026 European Roadmap, which lists venues that Lucy has never stepped foot in, massive arenas that are usually reserved for the likes of Taylor Swift or Adele. This confirms what many have suspected. The Christmas song of 2025 was actually a global litmus test. Her team used the livestream data to see exactly where her fans were located, and the results were staggering. From Southeast Asia to South America, the demand map for Lucy Thomas is glowing red. But with this world domination plan comes a new set of risks. An international tour of this scale requires a level of security and logistics that usually forces an independent artist to finally sell their soul to a global promoter like Live Nation. Will Lucy break her streak of independence to go global? Or will she find a way to hack the touring industry the same way she hacked YouTube? The rumors of a 2026 partnership are flying, with some suggesting she might sign a distribution-only deal that allows her to keep her masters while using the corporate muscle for travel. Whatever happens, the Lucy Thomas of 2025 has officially graduated from the school of viral stars. She has become a legitimate musical sovereign. As she finishes her final notes of White Christmas this year, she isn't just singing a holiday classic. She's singing a victory lap for every independent artist who was told they couldn't make it without a suit and a tie. As the final curtain call of 2025 approaches, we have to ask ourselves, is Lucy Thomas a once-in-a-generation miracle, or has she permanently broken the music industry's stranglehold on talent? In summary, the story of Lucy Thomas in 2025 is more than just a collection of hit songs and high notes. It is a case study in the power of digital sovereignty. She has successfully navigated the minefield of child stardom, the traps of the cover artist label, and the pressure of the West End, all while remaining unsigned by the traditional standards. Her 2025 Christmas season served as the final exam for her career, proving that a singer can be a global superstar without ever having a #1 radio hit. But as the sun sets on this year, a thought-provoking question remains for the fans and the critics alike. If Lucy Thomas can achieve 1.5 billion views and sell out the West End on her own, what does that say about the relevance of the modern record label? Are they helping artists, or are they just taxing them? Lucy's journey suggests that the future of music belongs to those who own their voice in every sense of the word. As we look toward her 2026 tour, we're left wondering if other artists will follow her lead, or if the Lucy Thomas method is something that can never be replicated. One thing is certain: the song she sang this Christmas didn't just change her career, it changed the sound of the entire music industry.